Gospel of St. Mark, there are multiple instances where Christ instructs people he's healed not to tell anybody what he's done for them and to keep it a secret. Why did he do that?
Because Jesus always had to do all his work, not to show off. So we are always, people always, if they do something wrong or some miraculously work, they keep saying show off and wanted everyone to see what he's doing. But Jesus was completely opposite. He came for one thing, to save the world, and this is what was his main goal, not to show off like a hero or a Superman doing stuff that nobody else can do it.
So maybe it was a way of him showing his humility?
This is another point, that he's the humility himself, because he's God and incarnate and became man, and he became like us. So this is the real humility.
But when he asked people many times not to tell anyone, they told everybody anyway, and people still flocked to hear him because he's God, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it worked for a dual purpose, where he showed us to be humble because he's humble, but he was also glorified because he's God.
And that's right, you're right.
Another question about the Gospel of St. Mark. In Mark 13:30, Jesus describes the last days to us, and he tells the people he's sitting with, the quote is, "I tell you the truth, this generation will not pass from the scene before all these things take place." But the generation he was with at the time died before they saw the last days, so why did he say that the generation would not die before the last days came?
What is written in St. Mark Gospel, it is written also in St. Matthew Gospel, chapter 24, and Jesus was talking about two things together, and he didn't separate each other, he just mixed them together. Mm-hmm. The verses sometimes can be for the end of the world and can be for the destruction of Jerusalem, the end of Jerusalem. And for the disciples, or for the Jewish, the end, the destruction of the temple and Jerusalem, that means the end of the world for them. So he was talking about that generation. They will live until the end of Jerusalem. And it happened because in the year of 70 AD, Titus, the army chief of the Roman, came and destructed completely Jerusalem and the temple of the Jewish, as the Lord said. So some people were still alive until that happened.
Mm-hmm. So it was the generation of people who saw not the end of the world as in like what's described in the book of Revelations. He's speaking about the last days when the temple was destroyed by the Romans, right?
That's right, yeah.